All right, welcome everyone. Let's be real. Have you ever stared down a massive list of foreign vocabulary and just thought, no way, how am I ever going to remember all this? Well, don't worry. Today in this explainer, we are going to seamlessly master exactly 100 essential French words for people and professions. And the best part? You absolutely won't need to memorize some heavy 500-page grammar textbook to do it. Instead, we're going to mentally travel through the French circles of connection. We'll start right at the intimate inner core of the family and just expand outward, layer by layer, until we hit global society. By learning these words in their actual, natural context, your brain is going to lock them in completely effortlessly. It's like a giant puzzle clicking into place. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our 6-stage roadmap for today. 1. The core family. 2. Extended family and relationships. 3. Milestones and life stages. 4. Friends and the community. 5. Education and everyday jobs. And finally, 6. Specialists and public service. All right, Section 1, the core family, literally the center of the universe. To anchor this first section, we obviously need our foundational word. In French, family is famille. Now notice that double L, it gives it this really nice soft y sound, famille. Everything we're going to build in this first circle revolves entirely around this single central concept. So let's look at the core of our famille. Let's feel the rhythm of these relationships, right? We have the formal père for father and mère for mother. But in everyday life, you're way more likely to hear the much warmer papa for dad and mama for mom. Then, growing up right alongside you, we've got frère for brother and sœur for sister. Together, mom and dad are your parents, which is spelled literally just like it is in English, but you drop the hard consonant and give it that silent S at the end. Someday, you might find a mari for husband or femme, sometimes épouse, for wife. And hey, if you flew solo without a frère or sœur, you are an enfant unique, an only child. Moving right along, Section 2, extended family and relationships, branching out the family tree. And this brilliantly illustrates how intuitive French can actually be. It's just like building blocks. You already know père and mère, right? So to get grandfather and grandmother, you literally just attach grand to the front. You get grandpère and grandmère. Super simple. Then we add oncle for uncle and tante for aunt. Collectively, all of these people make up your famille proche, your close family. Contrast that with your famille éloignée, your distant family. The ones you kind of only see during those big holiday get-togethers. Within all these families, we navigate the milestones of a relation, which simply translates to relationship. This might lead to mariage, marriage, or sometimes, divorce. But I want you to notice how we handle cousins here. French relies incredibly heavily on gendered endings. A male cousin is a cousin, but a female cousin, that's a cousine. That little E tacked onto the end actually changes the pronunciation and immediately signals that we're talking about a female relative. You'll definitely see this pattern a lot today, for sure. Section 3, milestones and life stages, the passage of time. Let's move on and see how this builds across the beautiful, entirely natural progression of a person's life. I mean, we all start out as a bébé. We grow into an enfant, a child. Soon enough, we're an adolescent, a teenager. We mature into an adulte. And finally, we gain all that wisdom as a vieil homme for an old man, or vieille femme for an old woman. It's the universal timeline of the human experience. Grouping these fundamental identities together makes them crystal clear. You have a bébé garçon, baby boy, and a bébé fille, baby girl. As they grow up, they're simply garçon and fille. Then they become an homme, a man, or a femme, a woman. And any individual is just simply a person, a person. Now, a really quick linguistic pro tip for you. Remember earlier we learned that wife is femme? Well, actually, femme is a real 2-for-1 deal. It doubles as both woman and wife, depending entirely on the context. The exact same word carries both the fundamental identity and the relational role. Pretty cool, right? So, what does this all mean? We've covered the family and the individual. Now, I want you to imagine stepping out of your front door right now and looking around your street. Who actually makes up the fabric of our daily community? Section 4, friends in the community. Stepping out the front door. Let's talk about friends. The base word here is ami. If it's a male friend, it's ami. If it's a female friend, remember that rule? We add that grammatical silent E, A-M-I-E, ami. A whole group of friends is amis with an S. Now, you can have an ami proche, a close friend, or that one absolutely crucial meilleur ami, your best friend. And dynamically contrasting our closest allies are the people we just don't know yet. An étranger, which is a great word because it means both stranger and foreigner. And right outside your door, those are your neighbors. A male neighbor is a voisin, and a female neighbor is a voisine. Together, they make up the voisinage, the neighborhood. When we group these pillars together, we can really see how individual gens, people, come together in a group to form a community. And if you bring someone into your home from that community, they become an invité, a very welcome guest. All right, Section 5, Education and Everyday Jobs, the bustling world of work. Now, what's really interesting about this is the logical thematic flow. We start off in academics with the professeur, the teacher, or the professeur principal, the main teacher. They teach the étudiant, a male student, or the étudiante, a female student. You might even have an étudiant étranger, a foreign student in the mix. But hey, learning isn't just stuck in the classroom. It flows right out into teamwork. An équipe is a team. An équipe sportive is a sports team. And that's made up of individual players. Each one is a joueur. Now let's jump into everyday commerce. You've got your chef, the boss, working right alongside your colleague, and partner. When you go buy your morning coffee, you are the client, buying from the vendeur, the seller. It's basically an entire local ecosystem. The agriculture grows the wheat, the boulanger bakes the bread, the cuisinier prepares the meal, and the serveur or serveuse brings it right to your table. And to navigate through all of this hustle and bustle, you might just need a conductor, a driver, a pilot, or a guide to show you the way. Section 6, Specialists and Public Service. The experts among us. First up, the arts and tech sectors. We have our clearly gendered arts professions, acteur and actrice for actor and actress, chanteur and chanteuse for singers, danseur and danseuse for dancers. But contrast those against titles that just do not change based on gender at all, like artiste for artist, journaliste, or photographer. Then we've got our creators and builders who are literally shaping the modern world, the écrivain writing stories, the musicien playing melodies, and the scientifique, ingénieur, and programmeur pushing technological boundaries. Next, we have our essential services. For your health, you visit the docteur and the infirmière or infirmière for a nurse. Got a toothache? You see the dentiste. Need some medicine? Head to the pharmacien. Over in the corporate and legal spheres, a directeur leads the office, completely supported by an assistant or secrétaire, while an avocat, a lawyer, argues cases before a juge, the judge. And of course, we absolutely must acknowledge the brave individuals who protect the community to round out our list of professions today. The police force is made up of a policier, a policeman, or policière, a policewoman. We also have the pompier, the firefighter, and the soldat, the soldier. So the crucial point is this. When you step all the way back from the core family, way past the community, past all those specialized jobs, what do you actually see? All 98 of the individuals and roles we just went over collectively create two final massive concepts. They make up the population, and the public, And there you have it. We've just navigated through exactly 100 essential French words, starting from the very intimate bébé in a famille, all the way out to the vast public. By seeing how these words are logically structured in these relational circles, you don't just have some boring vocabulary list, you have a fully functional mental map of French society. So my final question to you is, how will you connect with the Francophone public today? I challenge you to look at the people around you this week and actively label their roles in your mind using these brand new words. Keep practicing, keep expanding those circles, and we'll catch you next time.